Cool. Cool beans.
Marx is my new daddy. Fuck the bourgeoisie.
I'm sorry. I had not read the acknowledgments section before. It's actually it's like a page long of acknowledgments. Okay, we're just going to read the all acknowledgement together because there's a lot here and I haven't read it yet. So I'm just going to read it and then you guys can react live to the acknowledgments and who she has to thank and why. The important reason is why she's thanking these people, I think, for some of these. All right. In making the book Read My Hips possible, I would first like to thank my agent, the always flirtatious June Clark, who put me up for this project with Danielle Chiotti of Polka Dot Press, who willingly embraced it. I also wish to thank all the copy editors, designers, production, and sales personnel at Adams Media for their professionalism, expertise, and experience. For answering my emails and corresponding so flirtatiously with me, I would like to thank Eileen Murray, Helen Peoples, Roxanne James, Shane Miller, Joanne Hornack, Vicky Oliver, Suzanne Reynolds, Linda Stout, Kevin Wright, Suzanne Denny, Aaron Hoffman, Bob O'Malley, and the what? The blue-eyed Tixbibi, with a couple of provocative numbers at the end of his screen name, who freely flirted with me with a total stranger, moi, for 40 minutes late one night in an AOL chat room. Thank you, Tony. You really were a dream. It's blue-eyed TXCWBY, and then provocative, so 69, I'm guessing. I'm guessing the numbers at the end were 69, and why she couldn't just put that, I don't know. I'd also like to thank my husband, Rick Marx, who puts up with my incorrigible flirting, and my son, Sam, who was the most flirtatious baby I've ever seen. That's right. Her son, Sam, the most flirtatious baby she's ever seen. I still remember the way he climbed right up on women's laps and batted his eyes at them when he was about 5 years old. Ah! Sam, you were a super flirt. Am I going to get TOS'd for this? This is not good. Oh, man. I'd also like to thank the German warm-blood horse, Valentine, for persistently teaching me a thing or two about equine human relations, and the Turkish van cat, Leo, who is an incredible flirt and boyfriend. Leo, you're the only guy who is so excited by me that you actually drool. Thank you. She's excited! She thinks the cat is flirting with her and is drooling because they're flirting together. What is happening? What is happening? This is... Marx, please. Please just stop. Just a little bit. All right, so that's the acknowledgements. So that's fun. That's fun. She thanked a horse, a cat, and her son for being flirts. And teaching them about equine human relations. Which... questions. I have questions. I don't want the answers. But I have questions. Good old Tony Blue Eyes. The late night AOL chat room. Tony69. Who could forget Tony69? There are like 2 pieces of helpful advice in here, maybe 3. She does say to be confident in yourself, and I agree that that's helpful. But she also says to be weird and awkward and like talk as if you have a bunch of marbles in your mouth. So I don't know. Be confident with those marbles in your mouth is what I hear. But I want to go over the 24-hour flirt schedule. So anyway, there's a 24-hour flirt schedule. It's an in-depth look at how to strengthen your flirting skills. I think that's generous. See, you're ahead of the game. You already know what you're doing. You're good. You are just... You can just skip the first few chapters.
Gives you all of the tricks and trends you need to know to boost your confidence, adopt a sexier attitude, and get the guy you want, whenever and wherever you want.
The 24-hour flirt schedule starts at 7 a.m. All right, so this starts at 7 a.m. Clock goes off. As any good story starts, clock goes off, you wake up. That's where the story starts. That's what you need. Before even stepping out of bed... Oh, I should mention, the flirt schedule, the person's name in the flirt schedule is Lisa, but it's very clearly a author stand-in for Marx. 7 a.m. Lisa stretches, looks up at the ceiling, and repeats her flirting mantra 5 times. 5 times. You gotta say your flirt mantra 5 times. That's how you get good at your flirt mantra. And that's how you, like, really get it in, you know? This is the mantra. Today is going to be my best flirt day ever. It will be a good flirting day. A great flirting day. An excellent flirting day. The best. So that's the 7 a.m. She does her flirt mantra. She wakes up, does her flirt mantra. 7:05 a.m. She hops into the shower. Just wastes no time. 5 minutes. Wakes up, flirt mantra, shower. Just hops in. Lathers up with her favorite products and gets in touch with her inner flirt. Take that however you want. By making sure she starts off the day feeling fabulous. Once again, you can take that however you want. She just gets in the shower and makes sure she starts off her day feeling fabulous. Okay? Her shower lasts like 15 minutes. Or 17 minutes, something like that. 7:22 a.m. I don't know why it's not 7:20 or 7:25. 7:22 a.m. Lisa buffs herself all over with a nice, soft, fluffy towel. Peach is a good color, always flattering. Also, I'm not sure some of these details matter for a flirt schedule. Like, do peach-colored towels really add to the schedule? I don't know. Anyway, I guess the thing is get flattering colored towels. Next, she slathers on her favorite lotion. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. When it comes to moisture, a girl can never get enough. You can never have too much moisture, ladies. Besides, even Lisa can't know when a sexy someone might happen to brush up against her. You gotta be soft so that when people sexily brush against you, they can feel your softness. You know? She wouldn't want to scare him off with alligator skin, would she? But where is she moisturizing that people are going to brush up brush up against her where they're gonna feel her skin? I don't know. I guess her arms, maybe. Weird though. Lisa generously spritzes herself with her favorite cologne. Scent, as she knows, is a major tool for flirting. Sorry, this is at 7:30 a.m. She dries off and lotions up in 8 minutes. Takes 8 minutes to do all that. Scent, as she knows, is a major tool for flirting. Lisa expertly applies her mascara and lipstick and dots her cheeks with blush. Work is war. A girl needs war paint. You gotta get your war paint on to go to work. You need your blush. I feel like this just makes Jordan Peterson be like, see, I told you so. This is just a talking point for Peterson. Half an hour to do her makeup. I don't know how long these things take. I know I'm wearing some, but I don't do a full face, so we'll say half an hour. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is when she consider the day's flirt uniform. Oops, outfit. That's verbatim. She does say oops, outfit there. Will it be the short skirt with the patterned hose or the fitted side zip pants? The soft cardigan with the top button undone or a semi-sheer blouse? Strappy sandals or boots? And what to wear beneath it all? Thong or no thong? Even if Lisa has spent her whole life hating it, men love visible panty line. So you gotta ask yourself, you know, I hate the visible panty line, but men love it. So is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing here? I think it is. You gotta just do what the men want, you know? That's how you get ready for work. 8:40 a.m. Lisa rides up the elevator with a really cute guy. She casts a sidelong look at him. She waits a beat while he takes it in, then gives him another look, this time with her eyebrows raised. Lisa smiles winningly at him, and when she gets to her floor, she says, "Ta-ta, have a nice day," before she sachets out the door. This random elevator dude's just like, what just happened? 9 a.m. The elevator ride took 12 minutes, I guess. I don't know. 9 a.m. Getting to her desk, Lisa bends over, way over. When she slips her bag into her desk drawer. It's okay because she's wearing trousers at the office. Oh, she decided on trousers. Okay. As she stands back up, she notices one of her male coworkers staring. She grins and gives her trademark nod before settling into her seat. So, you know, we're fostering healthy work relationships. 10:15 a.m., so she's working for an hour and 15 minutes before the next thing. Lisa flashes some pearly whites at the office intern, whose job it is to bring all those dull files to her. Okay, brace yourselves, because this is possibly one of the worst parts of the book. Okay? Just content warning going forward for this next bit. Even if he's much too young and still has a face covered in zits, she still makes his day by finding a charming word for him. You just gotta find a charming word for those much too young people delivering your files. We're having fun here. 10:30 a.m. Lisa tries not to be the first one to leap out of her seat at the sound of the coffee cart. She waits for that cute guy in the opposite cubicle, the one who enjoyed studying her ass earlier, to offer to get her something. She thanks him as she reaches for her purse and acts totally surprised and charmed when he says, "Hey, it's on me. You showed me your ass earlier, so the least I can do is get you this coffee." 9:45 a.m. Sexually harassing him. It's on the flirt schedule, okay? Eve Marx's flirt schedule. It's on there. You gotta do it. You have to. You also manipulate your... Yeah, yes, exactly. It's all about balance. You gotta do a little sexual harassment, get a little sexual harassment. And if it evens out, is it even sexual harassment, The good news is that she doesn't do anything for 2 hours. We're skipping ahead to 12:30 p.m. Lisa blows a kiss to her boss as she heads off for lunch, even though her boss is a woman. Even though. Because it matters at all who you're blowing a kiss to. For your boss! Blowing a kiss to your boss to go get lunch. 12:32 p.m. No one interesting to flirt with in the elevator on the way down, but Lisa knows that lunch hour is prime flirtation time. Okay? Lunch hour is prime flirtation time. We're getting there. 12:45. As she's doing some shopping at the department store... Wait, is she on lunch still? 12:30? She went to the department store for lunch. I don't know why, but she's doing that. I don't know any of the context or locations here. Maybe she works there. Anyway, as she's doing some shopping at the department store, she happens upon a hunky guy in the men's cologne department. He looks lost, so she critiques his scent and helps him pick one that suits him. She leaves with his number. I have a lot of questions here. She's doing shopping at the department store. I don't really know why she's doing that on her lunch break. Or what she's doing in the men's cologne section. It did say she put on cologne earlier, so maybe she wears men's cologne. I don't know. On her way back to the office at 1 p.m., so she gets a half an hour lunch. Did she eat? But on her way back to the office at 1 p.m., Lisa grabs an ice cream sundae. After all, every girl deserves a treat, and ice cream is a very flirty dessert. 1:15 to 3:15 p.m., so I guess all the other ones took place instantaneously. Didn't have a time to whatever. Lisa works at looking super industrious and totally engrossed in her work. Doesn't give office frenemies the time of day. At the same time, she keeps one eye peeled on the water cooler and manages to be parched with thirst if anyone she deems adorable heads that way. You gotta cut off the cute ones at the pass, Oh, you're getting water at the same time as me. Oh, fancy that. 3:17 p.m. After she's done washing the water cooler. Lisa sneaks in a personal phone call to her best friend to discuss her evening agenda. Even though she's only talking to watch on TV, she chuckles in her lowest, throatiest voice when any interesting gents stroll by. You gotta chuckle in your throatiest voice when interesting gents stroll by, It's good for them. It's good for you. Everyone loves laughing. And that's... I don't know why. It's fine. 4:20 p.m., which is not code for anything, which I feel is a waste. It could have been, but no. She draws up a brilliant memo detailing her next great self-directed work plan for earning the company pots and pots of money. She presents it to her superior and smiles knowingly when she exclaims, "This is genius." So this is why I say this is like basically a self-insert. She's like, look at Lisa going up to her superior and smile knowingly when the superior exclaims, "This proposal is genius. It's going to earn us loads of money." 5:15 p.m. is quitting time because Lisa always stays an extra 15 minutes to impress her boss with how industrious and committed she is. She does that bend over thing again when retrieving her purse. She acts really pleased and surprised when the guy in the next cubicle asks if she's got time for a drink. Lisa says, "No, thank you," very sweetly. Sure, he's cute, but she would never get involved in an office romance strictly against the rules. Where you can flirt with the teenager and flirt with your boss and blow your boss kisses And also, just blatantly bend over to deliberately reveal yourself to the people behind you. But dating someone in your office, that's too far. You can sexually harass them. You cannot date them. Those are the rules. 6:05 to 6:59 p.m. Lisa lolls in her bathtub reading her favorite celebrity gossip magazines. She does not bother with the New Republic, since she's not going anywhere where she'll be required to chat up left-wing intellectuals. I don't know why that matters. Why even bring that up? We're not chatting up left-wing intellectuals today. She sticks with publications detailing celebrity breakups. As she relaxes in her bubbles and closes her eyes, she imagines all the great repartee and clever things she would say if only she could get next to these celebs. Also, make sure you dream about being with the celebs and how you would seduce them or flirt with them should you get the chance. That's very important. You gotta get in there. Gotta fantasize a little bit, you know? Lisa rises from the tub. She envisions herself as a mermaid-like goddess emerging from the ocean. She channels Venus of the half-shell, or Venus on the half-shell, and ignores the reality that her clam is really a tatty old bath mat. I don't know why she chose these words. At 8 p.m., Lisa shakes her booty for a few minutes in front of her full-length mirror, practices wiggling her hips. She sings a few bars of "You Sexy Thing" for confidence. Yeah. You can slut it up, but just a little bit, just enough, just a tiny bit. Yeah, for in the mirror for practice. You gotta practice the booty shake. At 8:45 p.m., so she's doing this for 45 minutes. So after shaking her booty and singing "You Sexy Thing" for confidence for 45 minutes, Lisa sails out the door in a cloud of sweet perfume. Minor setback. Lisa's friend and regular bar hopping buddy calls to bail because she's spending an intimate evening à deux with her new beau, pizza, and a DVD. Lisa does not become disheartened or dismayed or even a little frustrated, even though she's been single 3 years and nary a decent man, forget about white nights, has yet to loom on her horizon. She tells herself that the stars are all aligned and tonight's her lucky night. Bagging a good guy is a lot like winning the lottery. You've got to be in it to win it. Yeah, you gotta sing "You Sexy Thing" for 45 minutes before you head out. So, 9:17, I don't know what she's 20 minutes in the parking lot, I guess. Lisa saunters into the bar and acts like she owns the joint. Now, 20 minutes in the parking lot, I've been there, I get anxious, I'll do that, I'll sit there and be like, okay, I gotta work myself up. So that's fine, no shade there. Saunters in. 9:20 p.m., she turns down the first offer she gets from a guy hoping to buy her a drink. Note, a good flirt always turns down the first drink offer. Always turns down the first drink offer. You gotta play hard to get. That's a theme in this book. You have to play hard to get. You have to say no and make sure that the guy knows that you don't actually mean no, really. You want them to, like, chase you a little bit. So no's are not always no's. Not something that's ever been a problem, I think. So, you know, just reaffirming that no means keep trying. But also, don't be the first person to try to buy someone a drink. So, never try to buy someone a drink? Is what I'm gathering from the opposite end. Because you don't want to be the first person to offer because you're going to get shut down, right? While scoping out the possibilities and enjoying her drink, Lisa commences a light flirtation with the bartender, who's definitely a cutie. Yeah, super healthy take on consent. It's great. Yeah, the whole book is a super healthy take on consent. 9:40. Lisa's wondering whether or not to declare it an unflirtatious night when the bartender informs her that a hot prospect is heading in her direction. She tries not to look too interested. Can't look too interested. 9:41 p.m. She can't avoid looking deeply annoyed when it turns out the hot prospect is her ex. Oh no! It's her ex at her neighborhood haunt. What is he even doing there? What a coincidence. This definitely isn't a stand-in for the author. It's fine. This is also a flirt schedule. So this is how someone's filling out their flirt schedule. 9:40, wonder if you're going to give up. 9:41, meet your ex at the bar that you're at. 9:42, resist the urge to scream, what the hell are you doing here? And instead, smile sweetly at him and permit Mr. X to buy you a drink. He owes her that much at least, right? For being the ex? I don't know. There's no context for the relationship. I have no idea if he does or does not owe her a drink. Who knows? I don't know. There's a lot of questions. Who knows? Why is he trying to buy her a drink? Why is she letting him? Why is she going to scream at him, "What are you doing here?" I don't understand any of the dynamic. Are they friends? Is this unexpected? Do they still go to the same bar? This seems to be her corner pub. Was she not expecting him to be there? I don't know. At 10 p.m., as soon as she finishes... How long does it take to finish her drink? 9:42 p.m., she gets the drink. Well, orders the drink. 10 p.m., finishes the drink. Glances at her watch and says, "I'm sorry, but you'll have to go. I'm waiting for Prince Charming." No, she's telling him to fuck off. She's waiting for Prince Charming. He has to go. Get out of here. I'm waiting for Prince Charming. 10:05 p.m., in an effort to get rid of him, Lisa uses a little bit of sexy three-party flirting to introduce him to the attractive woman sitting nearby. Now, here's a good tip. If you are being harassed or unwantedly flirted with, make sure to take whoever's doing that to you and bring them to somebody else. Bring them right to somebody else. Here you go. Sexually harass this person instead. Ultimate deflection. We're in Heathers. We're just in the Heathers musical. She decides that if she's going to have a decent flirtation of her own tonight, she needs to be her ex's ally, not his enemy. At least for now. The sooner she gets him engaged in flirting with somebody else, the sooner she can concentrate on her own flirt target. Pawn off your ex to somebody else. Lock on to your own flirt target. At 10:20 p.m., Lisa switches to Perrier, politely turning down the bartender's offer of buybacks for the next round. She knows the rules. There's rules. They're never explicitly stated anywhere, but there's rules. No matter how good you're feeling at the moment, remember that there's nothing really attractive about a flirtatious drunk. Probably the most sane thing she's said so far. It feels weird given everything she said to have like that line, but still the most sane thing she's said so far. 10:30 p.m. When Lisa finally sees someone worth flirting with, she works it, tosses her hair, stares into his eyes, lowers her chin, crosses her legs, twirls her swizzle stick, and wraps her fingers around the stem of her wine glass, touches his arm, laughs, tells a joke. The moment she's got her quarry totally captivated, she announces she must leave. I know we're flirting, and we're having a good time. I gotta get the fuck out. I've flirted with you enough. Time to leave. It's 10:35 p.m. I'm out. 10:35 p.m. Lisa swings her backside off that bar stool and heads for the door. Nice girls never linger at the bar alone for more than an hour. Her time is up. Yeah, if you're single, do not stay at the bar for more than an hour. You will not be a nice girl. You're not a nice girl if you stay at the bar for more than an hour and you're single. Her alarm goes off in the middle of flirting. She's like, I'm sorry, I was having a really good time, but my hour's up. I'm out. 11 p.m. At home at her computer. Totally is a stand-in for herself. Why would she do this? She even uses the same screen name as the person that she credits in the acknowledgements. She forgot to leave on the numbers. It's actually Blue-Eyed TXCWBY69. Who wants to know her bra size? She tells him anything she pleases, since she knows she'll probably never meet him. He's the best kind of flirt of all. A cyber guy. The cyber guys are the best kinds of flirts. You can just tell them whatever. You just lie. Just make shit up. My bra size? Whatever you want it to be. What do you think it is? Yeah, 11 p.m. on the flirt schedule. Start catfishing. Just randomly lie about your bra size. Don't even wait for them to bring it up. Just be like, hey, did you know? Eve Marx, you're a hoot. At 11:12 p.m., she flirts for 12 minutes on the internet. Lisa washes her face, brushes her teeth, and applies moisturizer. Again, you never know when a man is gonna brush up against you in your sleep. You gotta stay moisturized. She pastes crushed white strips to her teeth to enhance her smile. She remembers that a beautiful smile is a flirty girl's best friend. Oh, see, that's a callback where she moisturized in the morning in case a hunky guy accidentally brushed up against. Lisa slips under the covers for well-deserved beauty rest. Oh, at 11:30 p.m. She goes to bed at 11:30 p.m. As she pulls her pink velvet sleep mask down over her face, she whispers to herself her special mantra, I am the flirt queen. As you can see, Lisa's day isn't so much about following a flirt schedule as it is about making the most of every opportunity and working her flirt charms to the best of her abilities. If you're wondering how to put a little more flirt into your life, why not quickly jot down your own 24-hour flirt schedule? Which isn't actually a schedule, it's just how to fit in flirtations into your thing. She does have a healthy sleep schedule. This is true. You know, like 8.5 hours, little on the long side, but maybe she takes a little bit to get to sleep.
Even if you are an insatiable flirt who will flirt with just about anything in pants, it's definitely a waste of your talent and your energy to flirt with someone who is just not worth the effort. Before you straighten your shoulders, suck in your tummy, and toss back your hair, size up your flirt quarry and determine if he's worth it.
You gotta size up your flirt quarry. You gotta straighten your shoulders, suck in your tummy, and toss back your hair. You've gotta be willing to flirt with just about, but not everything, just about anything in pants, but not pants. They cannot be pantsless. If they're pantsless, too much. But also anything. Put a book in pants, flirt worthy. How are you going to get flirted with if you're not wearing pants? Pants are apparently a hard line. Now, what's not a hard line is what's wearing the pants. And she also does say to flirt with dogs and babies at points in this book. So she does recommend flirting with other women, but only because men find it sexy. It's because men love it when women flirt with each other. They think that is hot. They want that threesome. That's what they're looking for. It's a primal instinct. First question. This is a good question. Do you think the person you're about to flirt with is appealing, attractive, or someone you'd like to get to know?
If you don't find him suitably attractive, the only good reason to flirt him up is to practice your skills. Just think of what you're doing in a theatrical way, sort of like running lines.
Oh, okay. So, do you think he's appealing? It's like a little thing. Yes. Flirt him up. No. Flirt him up anyway, but just do it to practice skills. It means nothing. Don't tell the other person it means nothing, because then they're not going to flirt back, you know? You gotta just flirt with them and practice your flirtations, running lines in a theatrical way so that you get better at it, and then you can tell him to piss off. Question. When you cast an arched eyebrow look his way, does he steadily return your gaze? When you telegraph him your best "are you interested" look, if he gives you a similar look back, you're in like Flint. That's probably okay. If you're giving a look and they're looking back, maybe that's a sign to at least start talking to each other. If he was the first one looking, how interested did he appear?
He looked first? Good. Just keep repeating to yourself. He pursued me.
Yeah, so if they look first, just keep repeating to yourself that he pursued me. That way, you don't have to worry about pursuing anybody. You can just be like, no, they came to me. So you just keep building that self-esteem. What is his body language telling you about him? Does he look open and interested? Oh yeah, she absolutely does, like, basically tell you to gaslight yourself a few times in this book. And to gaslight other people.
Don't even bother flirting with a guy with bad posture. If he can't be bothered to stand up straight, how is he going to pay attention to you?
How could someone possibly pay attention to anyone else if they don't have perfect posture? You gotta stand up straight. Stand up straight, shoulders back, suck in that gut. Jordan Peterson, once again, would be proud. He's like, yes, this is what I've been saying all along. Clean up your room. Stand up straight. You can't pay attention to other people unless you're standing up straight. Once you've engaged in some conversation, is he holding up his end? Flirting is a lot like a game of tennis. The longer you can keep the conversational volley going, the better the flirting is. If he misses all your lobs or keeps rushing the net, whack at him, walk away. Conversation should be a back and forth. No real issues with this one. If you're not, it's not a back and forth. Like, I don't know what she means by whack the ball at him and just walk away though. Like, if you're at a bar, just pick up the pool balls, throw it at him, and just walk away. Why are you missing my lobs? Like, I'm not even serving. I'm not even going for the ace here. Easy lobs. Just knocking them up for you. Now, the next one is important because it means nothing and everything. Okay.
If his arms are crossed in front of his chest, is it because he's a bit shy? Or is he sending you a warning to stay away?
Could be either one. Who knows? The arms over the chest thing is nearly impossible to read. You'll have to focus on his eyes instead. If he's making lots of eye contact,
he's telling you to keep talking, persevere, and proceed.
If he's glancing around the room or staring at the floor, he's probably sending the no trespass message. So get off the property or someone else. Something or someone. I don't know why she keeps doing this, but move on to something or someone. But also, neurodivergence, get fucked. If you can't maintain eye contact, you don't deserve to be flirted with. You're sending the wrong message. You're sending the wrong message. You're not paying attention. You're saying get off the property because you're property and you shouldn't trespass. Are his eyes on you and only you? Or does his gaze wander from skirt to skirt? A guy who is looking at you like you're the only woman in the room is a guy worth flirting with.
A guy whose eyes follow every woman in the room is just a dog named Rover.
Oh, there we go. See, men are dogs, but they're also horses. But they're also dogs. But also you should flirt with dogs. She says that earlier. She says you should flirt with dogs earlier. But now don't, because men are dogs. Is he wearing a wedding band?
You can flirt with a married man. A little.
Wedding band is fine. You can flirt with a married man. This is okay. A little. In fact, they often make the best flirts. Just keep your flirting light and enjoy the repartee. If he asks for your phone number, you better point out his ring status, because he's not aware of it. He forgot. So you got to be like, hey, I know you forgot, but you're wearing a ring. So he's silly. He's silly. I know I was flirting with you too. I know, but you're wearing a ring. Also, the best question you have to ask yourself. This is the final question, and you put your most important question first, most important question last. Those are the two most important questions. Here it is. How fast does he type?
You know that old saying, small hands, small, you know what. Well, a guy who is a fast typist is usually a very worthy flirt.
Oh, we can't not flirt like weirdos. We have to flirt like weirdos. This is prime flirting advice. What's your WPM? Before we start flirting, I need to know two things. I need to know your hand size, and I need to know your words per minute. I need to know those two things. I have standards, okay? I'm looking for the 666s here, okay? Nothing below 6 inches for the hand size, and nothing below 66 words per minute. Also 6 feet tall, just cause. All right, here's how this chapter starts off. The equitational flirtation. Men are not so unlike equines after all. Who'd thunk men are like horses? They're horses because you can ride them, is also something she says later. Marx is kinky. She doesn't want to let it out and add kink to this book, but she is definitely in the fetish community. Here's what the equitation of flirtation means. The equitation of flirtation is how you hold your body and your posture to signal a prospective flirt candidate that you think he's a potential mount. Even if you've never ridden a horse before, there are lots of parallels between riding and flirting that can help you know exactly what to do in a major situation. By the time you're finished with this chapter, you'll understand that mastering the art of flirting with a man is not so different than mastering a horse. And going for the ride is the best part. Prior to even the most elementary flirting, it is essential to understand something about the intrinsic nature of your object of flirtation, that noble beast known as man. So also, there's just a dip, a nice little sticking the toe into some gender essentialism. It's not for nothing that piles of books exist attempting to parse and explain the vast realm of differences between men and women. Men and women are very different, you see. They think the brains are just different. Actions and impulses completely natural to a man are often completely unnatural to a woman. The nature of men and horses. Because the nature of men and horses is the same. So she can just put them in one little... Just like horses. Men are rather high-strung. Nervous. Creatures who respond best to quiet and confident handling. Both men and horses have two physical ways of messaging how they feel. The position of their head and the expression in their eyes. If you can read a horse, you can read a man. Also, if you can ride a horse, you can ride a man. Like a horse, a man who is skittish will hold his head up at attention. His eyes will be wide and staring. His nostrils will be distended, and the muscles on his neck will be tight. Sound like anybody you know? She says that. By contrast, a relaxed, happy man will stand in a casual manner and almost look past you as you approach. Then he will either ignore you or continue eating or drinking or give you a welcoming whinny. You know, when men give you that welcoming whinny, when they're like, I can't whinny. I'm not going to do it. I wanted to for a second, but I'm not doing it. So, now this point, this quote is not from Eve Marx herself. She put it in from someone else. She quoted someone else. Why she put this in the book, I do not know, but here you go. This is from someone named Pat. Like an unruly horse that isn't being subservient to the desires of its master, you occasionally have to give that horse, red man, a good hard punch on the nose. That will usually settle who's boss immediately and make for a much better relationship between man, red, that woman, and horse. So, punch horses and men, and you'll have a better relationship with them as a woman, is what she's saying, is what she put in this book. Is what she quotes someone else as saying, and then chose to include in this book. Right on the noggin. Confused? Don't be. So you gotta punch horses and men and show them who's boss. And that way you have a better relationship. You punch the horse, you punch the man, better relationship for everyone. When seducing or flirting with your man or the horse or whatever, both, I don't know. The aim here is to take control without the animal realizing that is what you're doing. You want to tame that unruly horse by lulling him into a false sense of security, so he will acquiesce to your every desire. Note that she's speaking about She's saying horse, but she means man, because horses are men for this whole section. So you want to lull them into a false sense of security so that they acquiesce to all of your desires later. Primo advice. No, that's not how you work with horses or humans. That's not how that should work for anyone. Gaslight and manipulate men into the submission, but also do everything for men. Wear your clothes for men, wear makeup for men, flirt with other women for men, but also for yourself. Like, if you think you can get a promotion by flirting, absolutely flirt with your boss to get that promotion. You deserve it. You know how much flirting you did to get that promotion? Like horses, men do possess a particular shared trait. Both have uncommonly long memories, which makes them capable of holding on to negative impressions and experiences for a very long time. That's why any moment of frustration or anger you reveal to men costs you many hours of remedial work to reestablish their confidence. The mount. This is the new section. The new section is called the mount. In writing and flirting, you need to know how to mount your steed. Get your mind out of the bedroom, little lady. In this context, mount doesn't have to do anything with sex. At least, not directly. In this chapter, mount is a metaphor for seizing control. Remember your ABCs of flirting? Approach, behavior, and control? When you flirtatiously approach a man you've made the decision to ride him, in essence what you are doing is taking your best shot at managing, if not out and out manipulating the situation. Yes, it is all about control. Do use your hands to slowly unbutton one significant button on your sweater or blouse. That is how you flirt. Just slowly undo that one button. Dropping any sort of pretense there. Just your best shot at managing, if not out and out manipulating the situation. It is all about control. Here's a quick list of hand do's and don'ts. This is what to do with your hands, in case you're worried. This is still in the horse chapter, by the way. I don't know why. Do use your hands occasionally to accent what you're saying. Don't use your hands to underline or boldface every phrase, even if you are highly animated and excitable. That's right, hold yourself back. Hide your personality just a little bit, maybe a lot bit, and make sure you're not too excitable. You don't want to be too excited. Do use your hands wisely. I don't know what that means, but use them wisely. Be wise about your use of hands. Don't point, clap, semaphore, or wave your hands in the air every instant unless you're at a hockey match or a football game. Inordinate hand movements create a frenzied atmosphere that almost always makes men shy away from you. Yeah. Hey, you're neurodivergent? Fuck you. Just fuck right out of here. If you use your hands too much, it'll make men shy away from you. They really don't like you using your hands. Do wrap your hands provocatively around the stem of your wine glass. Now, she explains later that if you wrap your hands around a wine glass stem, that men think that that's similar to wrapping their hands around your penis, their penis, whatever. I don't know if she's seen a wine glass stem, but I don't think the two are similar, but maybe other people do. I don't know. Don't twist your rings around on your fingers or use your hands to pluck at your clothes. Those movements indicate emotional instability or shout that you are extremely bored or anxious, none of which is conducive to good flirting. Hey, we're back to the neurodivergent hate. Get fucked. You have anxiety? Don't be bored. Don't look like you're bored. Don't have anxiety. Don't be neurodivergent when you're flirting. Leave that shit somewhere else. All right, and last but not least, do use them to reach out and briefly, ! Touch someone. Use your hands to reach out and briefly touch someone. Just like a little pet. Haha, you're so funny. So if you enjoyed this week, just wait till next week. We'll all have fun together and watch feminism crumble one page at a time.